Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. So normally I do paper talk on a Sunday, but I thought with it being the summer transfer window, if there's anything in the papers, I'll do it on a daily basis. So that's what this video is today. Also, guys, just a quick reminder that we did have the episode 3 AKM live last night. The clips of the stream will be out over the next couple of days, so keep your eye open for them also, guys. So in today's papers, Liverpool have been linked with Douglas Luiz alongside Arsenal and Manchester United. This is from Calcio Mercato over in Italy. The latest claims from Italy have said that Aston Villa director Monchi has offered the 26-year-old to Juve, and it was also stated that the villains officially valued him at 40 million euros. However, Calcio Mercato relayed that then give their own updates where they mention Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester United. And now, just a little background on this, Douglas Luiz was a player that Liverpool were linked with a fair bit back in January of, not of last year, 2023, but in 2022, and then also during the summer transfer window as well of last year. The report says that the Brazilian international valuation is much higher than 40 million euros, and added that Unai Emery's side have set a base price of £60 million. Aston Villa's high request isn't the only concern for Juve. It's claimed that competition from Arsenal, Liverpool and Man United is the Turin's club's main obstacle to sign Luiz. Juve have now turned their attention to Koop Miners, another midfielder that Liverpool have been linked with, and the report states that Luiz's memorable season at Aston Villa has seen him end up Arsenal and Liverpool and Manchester United's agenda. And they suggest that Monchi could ask for £15 to £20 million more from these clubs, given that they are English-based. Aston Villa have qualified for the Champions League, and Luiz can play in this competition if he were to join Arsenal or Liverpool. The player has to settle for the Europa League if he decides to sign for Manchester United. Now, they'll just probably offer him like an absolute boatload of money if he ended up going there. But question is, guys, is Douglas Luiz a six, type of player that you would look for? And would you be happy if Liverpool ended up spending £60 million on this player? Next up, guys, we have another kind of update for the Alan Varela, the player that I've mentioned a couple of times now, from a journalist who writes for AS over in Spain, and the journalist is Eduardo Burgueros, if that's how you pronounce his name, and he wrote on Twitter that he thinks that the Reds have identified Varela as one of the targets for the new season. He says that Liverpool have intensified contacts to secure the midfielder's service. The South American's deal lasts until 2028 and includes a €70 million release clause. The Merseyside club are expected to soon open negotiations with Porto for the player. The journalist claims that Varela will represent his country at the Olympics this summer, but he hasn't taken into account that Liverpool will have a say on this if they were to complete his signing. There's no mention of the midfielder's stance on the possibility of a move to Liverpool in the next window. Recent claims in the English press have also talked about Liverpool's interest in Varela, and he was asked about these links earlier this week, and he is quoted here as in saying, "The truth is, I have no idea. I have my mind set on Porto, and my future will be seen later." So that is that on Varela, guys. Another player I've basically said that, keep an eye on. I don't think there's anything credible out there just yet with that, but I do think that he's probably someone that Liverpool would end up looking at. Another six. Another player who plays in that position at around about £60 million. That's a couple of links now we've seen with that. There was actually another one in regards to the six. So yeah, this is reported today, and it basically says here, it is Football Insider, but just because of the other links that we have seen in there, this probably is a little bit of lazy journalism in all fairness, but I just thought I'd bring it to your attention and get your thoughts on it, see what you think on it. It basically says here that Liverpool are plotting to sign a new defensive midfielder in the summer transfer window, and it is believed that the Reds have made a deal to strengthen the core of their midfield, a top priority as Arne Slot's era gets underway at Anfield. See if have a look for the things here. It says it. Wataru Endo arrived at Liverpool last summer following the departures of Fabinho and Jordan Henderson for £16 million. But sources have told Football Insider that Endo was only seen as a stopgap by the club's chief, and plans are now in place to sign a marquee new midfield star. 2023 signing McAllister was also forced to play in an unfamiliar defensive midfielder role throughout his first season at Liverpool. Endo made 43 appearances in his first year, starting 34 of those outings. And it just, what does everyone say here? That's that, guys, for this one. Again, I kind of do see that. I do think Liverpool would look at a 6, in all fairness. I do agree with that notion. We've seen a couple of links in this video with some people that are linked as 6s. I do think the valuation is a little bit high. You know, as we mentioned last night, Liverpool have been linked with Yusuf Fofana, who's in his last year of his deal, as is Kefren Turam. Both of them players are probably available to get for about 25-30 million pounds, which look more likely as a FSG Liverpool type signing, especially with Michael Edwards back. So they would be the ones that I would probably look at more over Douglas Luiz and Alan Varela at the moment, just due to the price, basically. Next up, guys, we have Inacio. So Fabrizio Romano did a YouTube video last night, and he also tweeted out this as well, which I'll show you now on the screen. Goes on to say that Manchester United and Liverpool are both monitoring Gonçalo Inácio ahead of the summer transfer window. His release clause is 60 million euros. Manchester United are still discussing internally how many centre-backs they want to bring in, for sure at least one right-footed. Now, again, this is a player that Liverpool have been linked with the whole of last summer. His release clause last summer was about £40 million. I bet he signed the new deal in August, which bumped it up a little bit. And then it went a little bit quiet in regards to Liverpool and Inacio. But, you know, with the whole Ruben Amorim thing that happened with him potentially becoming the new manager of Liverpool, it did pick up a little bit, as this could be like one of the key people that Amorim would sign and bring to Liverpool with him. And it doesn't seem like the link's gone away. Now, he can play at left back and he can play at centre back. As he said, he's a left-footed centre back. We did cover this lad last night, and I think most of the panel was unanimous that they would say that he would be the centre back option that they would go for. So I guess the question is for you guys: do you think Liverpool should still have Gonçalo Inácio on their list as a centre-back option for the summer? And then lastly, guys, just on people that Liverpool are going after, Summerville again has been linked with a move to Liverpool, and it goes on to say here that several players have been linked to a move to Merseyside, while speculation over stars such as Salah and Van Dijk persists. With Liverpool under new management, outgoings are also expected in the coming weeks. The Mirror has all the... Hold on a minute, it says here. So, Leeds United winger Summerville has emerged as a transfer target for Liverpool. The Dutchman, 23-year-old, was crowned Championship Player of the Season after amassing 19 goals and 9 assists for Leeds, but is expected to leave Ellen Road after Daniel Farke's side failed to win promotion via the playoffs. A host of top-flight clubs have been credited with interest in the 30 million rated winger, including Liverpool. It was recently outlined that Leeds are braced for bids for their prized asset in the coming transfer window. And I do think as well, guys, that apparently Leeds have to raise some money in regards to financial fair play because they failed to get promoted this year out of the Championship. Summerville, again, another player we talked about last night. He didn't go down too well with the panel, I will say, and I do understand it. Like, you know, out of the 3 wide players we mentioned last night, we talked about Summerville, Umbuemo at Brentford, and Bakayoko at PSV. Bakayoko seemed to be the player that everyone kind of was a bit more behind than the other ones because of his Champions League experience. But yeah, these Summerville links don't seem to want to go away, guys, so I would keep an eye out on him. I do think that that is, again, a probable caliber of player that Liverpool are looking at. You know, we saw that Mbappe went to Real Madrid yesterday, and I had so many people telling me for weeks that Liverpool still had a chance of signing Mbappe. Like, guys, that deal had been done and dusted for weeks, you know, if not months. Maybe even a year that deal had been done, but it just couldn't be officially announced because of legal reasons and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that brings me to the end of this video, guys. If anything else does pop up today, I will be back with another video. But until then, let me know your comments and your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, regarding all the players that I've just mentioned in this video. And until then, I'll catch you in the next one.